seen some protest on RRL, so we tried to hear them also, and being this is a good program RRL, because we need change in the Brampton. So why city and these protesters are not on the same page? Because when we tried to hear them, they are saying their demands are RRL is not targeting the illegal landlords. Means city don't have a plan to make illegal basements as legal. They are only targeting the legal basements because the owners already have paid those fees. Also, like the councillors, the Ward 2, 6, 8, 9 and 10, the South Asian councillors, they don't want to accept RRL in their wards, that as per the protesters. So why don't we hear from them, those councillors, South Asian, Councillor Kaur, Councillor Harkirat Singh and Councillor Toor, because we want to hear from them also, are they, because these should be in all the 10 wards. If this is a good program, we want change in the Brampton, we don't want to see these kind of pictures, but let's bring it to whole of the Brampton, so that if they have any backlash, they should come forward and talk on this.
So thank you. I had a few questions there in that question. First of all, this is for all rental units. And so you can have a rental unit that might have been legal 10 years ago that gets altered. And so this gives the city the right to inspect when we have those complaints. And so this is for ensuring that illegal units are brought into compliance. And I would note through the RRL, these 46 slum conditions that were illegal have been brought into compliance. This is exactly what it's for. I know there is a noisy group of about 30 that continue to protest this. In some cases, they've even gone to protest and attempted to protest in the personal spaces of councillors. No matter how noisy and loud the Slum Landlord Association is, we will not bow to the pressure to ignore our requirement that you must meet building code and fire code. I took the time to sit down with this association. I met with the leader of this association in my office, and I said, tell me all your points. We're here to work with everyone. But the points, their perspectives were not based in any form of fact or reality. They said that it was not illegal. I explained that the very similar provision was challenged in Windsor and went to the court, and the court said the municipalities have this right. And so I think some of their objections to this are just simply not based on the laws we have right now in Ontario and in Canada. I've heard feedback from this association saying it's their right. They can pave their entire lawn if they want to, that they don't have to meet fire code. And that's not something we're standing for. We're not going to turn a blind eye to some of these egregious breaches of property standards that we've had. I had one of the members associations say the city has no right to enforce proper ventilation on us. Well, we do when it could potentially lead to a fire fatality. And so, we will continue to try to work collaboratively with everyone. At our council meeting 2 weeks ago, Councillors Brar and Paleshi, speaking of a councillor of South Asian descent, said seeing the success of taking illegal units into compliance, that they wanted to be added to the pilot project. I would note when this pilot project started, it was based on the wards that had significant academic institutions. And it just happened to be that some of our larger academic institutions were obviously in the downtown area, in the wards 1 and 5 and 3 and 4, and now in 7 and 8. In the east end of the city, they asked for more of a time to watch this because there are some cases of multi-generational living. But I do believe that this has been very successful. And so when I hear the ward councillors in wards 2 and 6 say because of the success they want to be part of it, I'm not surprised. This is what we thought would happen. Why wouldn't you want to see property standards enforced?
Mayor, there were few reports in the public domain about